And there were a few sharp-looking guys getting off the Pelicans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Tip-off goes to New Orleans. Here in the middle of the season, injuries can certainly pile up, Greg. How does a team hold it together when it's... when it's missing important pieces?
Kevin, it's all about communication and being ready to step up. As long as you keep working as a unit, you can cover for missing bodies.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Sharing the wing spots, it's Jones and Ingram. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's McCollum. And it's Robinson Earl in at the power forward. And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. And it's Willis finishing it off. And MP getting to 2,000 points at a record pace.
Investing Zion Williamson, the fastest to do it in 40 years. The future of MP is bright.
And the Pelicans with possession here. The Rockets making the shot. McCollum no good. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Willis. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Willis has got his second basket. Here's McCollum. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Valanciunas with a screen on Willis. Here's McCollum. Drains it from 17 feet out.
Yeah, phenomenal at realizing when to shoot from that mid-range. And McCollum becoming a master at that mid-range.
Now, here's Willis. Boy, he was something else against the Lakers. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Willis has got 6 points.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
So if you look at the Rockets' struggles, Clark, over the last few seasons, what stands out to you?
Well, I think it starts at the defensive end of the floor, Kevin. I mean, a team is not going to make noise in the NBA if they don't defend consistently. I'm sure improving on D is a focus this season.
And so it's Houston with it. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. With the drive, and it's Willis finishing it off.
Did you just see what I saw? I mean, that move was out of this world.
Executed, don't you think, to perfection, Greg. I mean, he had the rim in his sights and was not going to be stopped.
And finishes with force. Boy, you got to love that.
And it's Ingram missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
The Pelicans have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The pass to Valanciunas. Valanciunas with a screen on Willis. And here's McCollum for 3. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Houston's ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's McCollum. Last time out he had 14 points. From the stripe. Rebound by Smith. Rockets leading by 7. Thompson, a screen on McCollum. Lobbed up there for Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Pelicans. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Take a look at the Bulls. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And Houston, they weren't supposed to be this effective at this point in the season. The question now is, can they sustain it?
Now here's Jones. Nothing on the board. Valanciunas sets a screen for Ingram. And the Pelicans miss again.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Here's Willis, and it's Willis finishing it off.
You want to talk about mad, crazy vertical? That was ridiculous. And then added in the extended hang time, elevation, and levitation.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Houston.
The defense has been giving them plenty of mid-range jumpers, and they've been making them pay for that mistake.
And another key for them tonight, attacking the basket. Taking it right to the hoop, never a bad idea.
Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Well, Clark, one benefit that Jabari Smith has had in his career is the wisdom from his dad. He has learned to walk.
No wisdom like a father's wisdom, particularly when a dad has traveled the road that his son is traveling in the NBA. I'm sure his dad learned a ton in his experience that he has passed on to Jabari Smith Jr. in a way that's benefited the younger Smith.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
And it's Willis finishing it off.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Rockets. And a change for the Pelicans. Alvarado's checked in. Here's Jones. No scoring in this one. And Jones shoves it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Now, here's Willis. He's got 18. There's the drive and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Excellent use of size there by Valanciunas, reaching out and just swatting that shot away.
Pass to Robinson Earl. They set the pick from downtown. And Willis pulls it down. Rockets leading by 13. Into the lane. And it's Willis finishing it off.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Outside, Jones. Right wing. Now, here's Valanciunas. He's covered closely. Jones, no luck.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually, he's money from deep.
Takes it inside.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Here's Alvarado. He has yet to score.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Willis. The Pelicans make their last shot. And it's Willis finishing it off.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
And it's not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim. Valanciunas just needs to be in arm's length of the bucket to throw it down.
For the Rockets, Tari. Houston calls their first time out of the game. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Dylan Brooks. The list of contenders for the three-point contest is really interesting this year. Every one of these guys is capable of going lights out in a setting like that.
Yeah, the field is almost set, and I wouldn't want to have to make a prediction. These are all fantastic shooters. It's just a matter of who gets hot on that day.
And you look at McCollum, the third spot in the voting belongs to him. There are very few players with his ability from long range, and it looks like he'll be rewarded with a spot in the three-point contest.
And I'm sure there'll be some changes in the rankings still to come, but you're right. I'd be surprised if there's anyone who wouldn't cast a vote his way.
The voting is just about over, so we'll keep updating you on how it's going. Some very deserving names at the top of this year's list.
Yeah, no problems with the voting thus far. I think the fans and media have done their homework and picked the best shooters in the league.
We've got Thompson. Willis is out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Whitmore in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Nice D from Willis.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Lobbed up there for Thompson, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Now let's take a moment to check out our race for Rookie of the Year. Here are some of the top young talents in the game who will be recognized as the best of the best. You take a look at Thompson. He's got some work to do in order to get into that conversation, I think, but there are plenty of games left for him to make his mark.
And as the Rookie of the Year race has taken shape here, these are the young players who are really standing out as the best of that freshman crop.
And you know what? The talent they have, undeniable. And the more they've gotten used to the demands of life in the NBA, the better they've gotten.
Willis, no good.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
And the basket by McCollum.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Willis, the pass to Eason. Willis with it. 28 points for him. And it's Willis finishing it off.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
On the wing, Thompson. Good, and the nice assist from Willis. Thompson's got 5.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
No good from Valanciunas.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Willis against McCollum. Unloads from 13. Willis, no good. Pelicans trail by 17. Passes it to Alvarado.
I got him.
Pass to Valanciunas. Kicks it to Jones. New Orleans moving it around. 5 to shoot. And that one is good. 10 points for him.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Now, here's Willis. He's defended by Alvarado. In the corner, it's Eason. Back to Willis. And, Greg, when we get to the playoffs, how important are adjustments over the course of the series?
That's what it's all about. I mean, that chess match and the ability to find a plan B. And Kevin, over a 7-game series, you've got to be able to adjust and adapt.
Jabari Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Fred VanVleet comes in for Thompson. New Orleans also making some changes. Robinson Earls checked in for Trey Murphy. Brandon Ingram comes in for McCollum. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Jose Alvarado.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And, guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Now, here's Valanciunas. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Jones against Willis. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's Ingram. Still scoreless. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And the Rockets making a change here.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Speedy in the last game against Los Angeles was a man on a mission. He had 69 points, and he was dominant at the offensive end with a high field goal percentage as well. The level he played at in that one was incredible. Now, he always wants to play his best against their rivals, and to say the least, mission accomplished. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
And the pass to Valanciunas, looking to end the run. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Drains the three-pointer. Ingram's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, Ingram has been an all-star because he doesn't have to dominate the ball to score. He's a sharp shooter who's very efficient in his offensive game.
Outside, Jones takes the three. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Houston Rockets taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Let's welcome Red and Black.
And as we welcome you to halftime,
they're rolling out the red carpet in the lane, and everybody's on the guest list. They need to call security, tighten it up.
You know what, Shaq? You'd be a good bouncer. I mean, heck, you could just, like, do that as a side hustle.
and the next order of business, seeing which players are in the running for a spot in this season's dunk contest.
Now that it's crunch time, I'm feeling nervous for some of these guys.
That'll do it for our show tonight.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Speedy.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's foul. In the backcourt, it's McCollum and Jones. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Robinson Earl in at the 4. Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
McCollum against Willis. Drives to the hoop. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Willis has got 41.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Here's the teardrop. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside, Willis. And there's the drive. And it's Willis finishing it off.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And there's Valanciunas on the assist by McCollum.
The Rockets call.
McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. Now a timeout called by Houston.
First in field goal percentage, and they're also first in points allowed. No team is better at taking the other side's star out of rhythm.
And Greg, that field goal percentage you were talking about, they're the best in the league because of how smart they run their offense. You see nothing but good shots from them. Willis, and he banks in the layup. Willis has got 45 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
A second chance effort, and Valanciunas with the layup. Valanciunas has got 4 this quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Come around. Yo, I got him.
Willis against McCollum. Smith outside. Back to Willis. And it's Willis finishing it off.
Great dime that time by Smith Jr. there. You see the floor awareness really starting to improve.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Valanciunas. To the inside. McCollum, no good. Houston leading by 23. And it's Willis finishing it off.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
They set the pick. McCollum with the ball. Out defended by Willis. They get it back. Houston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And got it! Another basket.
Historic 50-point night. What a streak he's on.
With this performance, he now has the longest streak of 50-point games in NBA history.
He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And he lobs it up. It's stolen by Valanciunas. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. The Rockets have brought in Ime Udoka to help their team become a winner. Ime said, "We have a lot of guys that have a chip on their shoulder. Those are the types I look for." And from there, we want to cultivate that into team success. That's the job of a coach, to push that and get that out of them. Kevin?
It is. Good thought. All right, David, thank you. Ingram finds McCollum. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. McCollum's got 14 points for the game.
Outstanding decision-making by Ingram there, working it to the open man. Really good possession.
McCollum against Willis. The shot, no good. Good D by McCollum. The Pelicans have gone a somewhat subpar 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far. Robinson Earl, the pass to McCollum. Ingram right side. Shoots over Willis. Oh, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Houston making a switch. Van Vliet's checked in. And New Orleans also making a change. Trey Murphy's checked in for Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Passes to Willis. Clock at 6. Houston needs to get a shot off. For 3, Smith. Pelicans with the rebound, and that will conclude a 4-game road trip. McCollum kicks to Ingram. Over Whitmore. And it's Whitmore with the rebound.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Landale with the bucket.
Got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. To the wing right side. Hands it from downtown.
Murphy. Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Here's Willis driving in, and it's Willis finishing it off.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
To the paint. Here's Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
1:41 left in the third quarter. Inside, here's Willis. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Willis against Jones. 6 to shoot. Now Willis. Non-stop scoring machine here. Drops in the tray.
Plays the 4, but he can really shoot it from deep. And when he lets it fly, that shows you the confidence he has in that shot.
Shoots the 3. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
This shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Jones from outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jones has got 6.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Pass to Smith. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Here's Willis. Excellent D that time from Jones.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Misses the 3.
You know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
And here is Willis. And so it's Houston in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back to the action in just a minute.
57.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D.
cleaned up, going with a whole new group. The Pelicans also changing it up. Liddell's checked in. And it's Herbert Jones in for Daniels. They've got Willis. Smith is out there with Whitmore. Then it's Thompson. And it's Landale in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for Houston right now. It's good.
And he's capable of turning it up on offense. When McCollum catches fire, this is a guy that can get uber aggressive.
Driving inside. Another bucket. Wow.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. To the right side. Jacks up a 3. And it's Alvarado missing. Houston's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Here's Willis. And it's in there. Willis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Lets it go with a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
The screen from Thompson. Willis with it. Now defended by McCollum. Outside, Jones. Over Whitmore. Rockets with the rebound. Whitmore's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Willis, no good. New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Pass to Liddell. No good there. Smith with some nice deep. Here's Willis. And good! There's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And there's the pass to Alvarado. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Assist goes to
McCollum's got 6 assists now in the game. Rockets leading by 23. Here's Willis driving to the basket. And it's Willis finishing it off.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
And guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out, he can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
Doubled by McCollum. Back to Thompson. Passes it to Landale. Just 5 on the clock. We are looking around the NBA, Greg. It feels like there's more parity amongst teams than ever before.
No dominant team has been the favorite every year, and that can all change though in a heartbeat. Every so often a dynasty can be born out of nothing.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Tari Eason's checked in for Jock Landale. Brooks comes in for Smith. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Thompson. Over to the wing. Outside, Jones. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. A 3 from McCollum. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Willis, and the layup's good off the glass. Willis has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Driving the lane, and it's Willis finishing it off.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Jones from outside. It's rebounded by Houston. Willis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Houston.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And in what's been a very competitive season series between these two, the victory here tonight will push that record to 2-1 with one left to play against New Orleans.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Speedy.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Willis, the pass to Herter. Lets it go from the wing. Rebounded by Valanciunas. So it's the Pelicans now. Pass to McCollum. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Robinson Earl. For the three. Eason grabs the board. McCollum against Willis. Off target at the rim. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate.
All right, let's talk about my guy Joel Embiid, the latest quote-unquote victim of MP's greatness. Now, Joel is a 7-footer who moves like a ballerina. He's a brick wall with grace and agility. This guy is a lock for All-Star and All-NBA nods year after year after year. He's been the league's top scorer on multiple occasions, and he's even been an MVP. He does it all with a smile on his face and a competitive fire that burns as brightly as the sun. He's also a hilarious social media follow. He's an incredible player, and yet MP's done enough that I think he's better, both now and in the future. I come not to bury Joel Embiid, but to sing his praises. I just sing MP's a little louder.
been on an unbelievable tear lately, breaking the record for consecutive 50-point games. Do you worry that you're setting the bar too high? Is anything less than this going to be a disappointment?
I mean, I'm all about setting the bar high and pushing myself to new heights. There's always a risk of falling short, but that's the nature of the game. Key is to focus on the process, not the outcome. I'm going to continue to work hard, stay focused, and give 100% effort every time I step on. That's what's most important to me, and that's what determines my success. If you don't set the bar high, you aren't challenging yourself, and you won't get better.